Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is a Dwarf Fortress playthrough. It's not probably your standard playthrough, even though it's going to be Fortress mode, because this is actually me reclaiming a fortress. Basically, I had another go at doing a playthrough, and it went horribly, horribly wrong. And it not the fort. Well, the fortress went horribly, horribly wrong because this is Dwarf Fortress. But my attempt to record it went horribly, horribly wrong, and so that all got abandoned. But then my fort died a horrible death, so I thought that might be a good time to start a new playthrough. Only this is going to be reclaiming the fortress that I broke. So what I'm not going to be doing is creating a new world or anything like that. So I'm just going to go straight for start playing Dwarf Fortress. And this is also not going to be a how to play Dwarf Fortress. Largely because when you reclaim a fortress, you're bypassing a lot of the stuff that starting a new fortress is all about. So it's a very different play style. What I'm going to do is have a go at making a how to play kind of primer, where I will create a new world and start the initial fortress. Hopefully better than what I did last time, because that's a very different set of experiences than reclaiming fortress. So I'm not quite sure what it does at this stage. It's updating the world, but I don't quite know what that means, or why it needs to do this, because it saved everything before. So yeah. I've also set my autosave to be seasonal, so basically each one of these little episodes is going to be a single season, or at least such is the plan. That should stop me filling up my hard drive with video files, which is what I did last time, which is why it all went horribly wrong. Because basically my first playthrough was 4 hours of me talking to myself while playing the game, and 70 odd gigs worth of fraps video, which is a little too much for me to deal with at any one time. So hopefully doing this in little chunks is going to be easier. Why is it updating the world? What are you doing, Dwarf Fortress? I want to know. Come on. Yeah, so this previous fortress, what I'm going to reclaim, my basic problem is I gave absolutely no thought to what happens were I to get invaded. Oh, here we go. So here is the world that I previously generated. Tum-tum. Somewhere, right, so if I hit capital R, I'm going to reclaim. Now, this is actually kind of interesting, that there are reclaimable fortresses around. That I have nothing to do with. These are generated by the world itself. And this looks to be a keypad plus and minus. Yeah, there we go. So I happen to know that my fortress down here, is my fortress. So we are going to reclaim it. We're going to hit E. And then everything stops for a moment while it has a think. There we go. Play now. Prepare for the journey carefully. Choices, choices. The problem is I don't think I'm very good at preparing for the journey carefully. But while the siege of goblins that destroyed my fortress had left by the time I abandoned the fortress, there was still one dwarf who had a strange mood and had gone mad because I didn't have any silk cloth to give him. So he might still be gibbering and causing problems. Hell with it. Play now. So, you have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Roll Deathlocum, there you go. There are almost no supplies left with a stout labour. With stout labour comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before the winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings. Ere the dingoes get hungry. A new dwarven history begins here at this place. And Clod, the clod of clods, strike the earth. I chose that name myself. Right, okay, where are we? Very quickly, just hitting tab to put myself. Right, okay, I'm just orienting myself. Okay. Right, so this is my fortress. We're paused at the minute, so I'm just going to have a quick look around and see what I can see. I've lost myself again. Where are we? Oh, there we are. So this is us. It's just become spring, so there's actually a lot of snow on the ground. Just hit K and we'll just have a look around. So that yellow X is where everything is. So yaks, look. Snow covered, so everything's turned to snow just now. And there's lots of garbage. Basically all the stuff that was around in my fortress has been scattered hither and yon. Oh, that's my bridge, that's right. Somewhere under here there's a river. Oh yeah, snow-covered brook, so there's a river under here. You can't see because it's all snow. So up to the north we've got trees. So these little brown O's are tree trunks. If I go up a couple of levels, you can see. If you're not familiar with current Dwarf Fortress, trees are now huge and take up lots of space. So this is going up the Z levels, and you can see all the tree trunks and the branches in there. So on the ground level, all you see are these brown O's, which are the tree trunks. Which is kind of nice because if you set your dwarves to cutting wood, then who are you? Oh, that doesn't look good. If you set your dwarves to cutting lumber, then you get a lot of wood out of one tree. I'm just going to hit enter to view what this is. Sodel de Luzumantia's partial skeleton. Lovely. He will presumably be one of the previous inhabitants who ever so slightly got murdered by goblins. Now the interesting thing is that all this stuff outside has been forbidden, so my dwarves won't touch it until I tell them to touch it. It's a bin. So lots of socks. Ooh, beds, that's good. So pretty much anything that wasn't already nailed down is just been scattered around everywhere. So let's go have a look at some stuff. These are the places where I had my stockpiles. I had stockpiles outdoors, like some kind of elf. They're meant to be temporary, but I never really got around to fixing it. So the items are still there, but the stockpiles themselves have been destroyed, so that my dwarves don't know where to store anything in a minute. Got some old workshops here. They will also need to be reclaimed. But I might just disassemble and move them indoors. What are you? Sow-mangled skeleton. Oh, good. Here's my actual fortress. Wild boar corpse. Wow. As you can see, my sole concession to defensibility was this drawbridge, which has a lever attached to it, which will raise it up, and so it then makes a wall that you can't get into. I mean, seriously, that's all I did. I didn't really do anything sensible with it at all. So when I finally got goblin sieged, then like 4 goblins just killed everybody. Okay, farms. Some workshops up here. Yeah, I remember thinking, I'm not going to have much farm because this clay here. wasn't going to be producing very much for my farms, and I thought I was going to have to do, you know, cunning irrigation and stuff, which actually helped with the downfall of my fortress, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, so this is bits of fortress. That's interesting. Why is there a big chunk of fortress I can't see? Huh. Yeah, so these were going to be farm plots, and then when I discovered way up here just great big swathes of clay which I could make into farm plots, I kind of abandoned this, and I thought, what I'll do instead is I'll make this into a water source. But I cunningly carved, started digging down while there was still water in it, and then someone ended up drowning in here, and then I couldn't recover the bodies, and it was all just a big mess. Many coffins. Very strange that no one's there. So my lovely dining room's in here somewhere, and I don't know why I can't see it. There may be I've heard there are some bugs where there's there are areas that don't show up, and then they remain not showing up. It might just be that my dwarves haven't seen it yet, but they haven't seen this bit either, so I'm a bit confused why some bits are showing up and others aren't. It might be that they can see through this ice, because this is the frozen river. It freezes over during winter, which nearly killed me the first year because I didn't have enough drinking stuff, because I just got too used to having a river. So I carved into this and made all this, and then suddenly realised I hadn't built any floodgates, and then it all went horribly wrong. Which is why this bit here is permanently flooded, because I didn't get a floodgate in here in time. Wow, I'm good at this, and I've got a stairway that goes down, 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 and I haven't met any caverns yet, which is what I want to do eventually, to find the caverns and thus hopefully gain much needed resources. So basically this is a big plain. I've got tons of limonite, which is an iron ore, which is just gorgeous. It's just amazing. So I've got some hills here, all covered in snow. What have I got up on top here? Woods all the way up here, which is pretty cool. And then at this end it's a bit, you got a gentle rise up this way. Good skeleton. So that's pretty much what I've got in terms of geography. And mostly I'm going to be down here on the plains and deep inside the mountains. So I'm going to hit the U key and see what I've got in terms of dwarves. I'm going to hit escape first so I can get there. So I've got a miner, a woodworker, 2 woodworkers, stone cutter, a jeweler. One of those jeweler, he's useless. Fish dwarf. Okay. So do I have a manager? A manager is required, so I don't have a manager. Probably have to set one up. What can you do, Mr. Jeweler? Gem cutter, gem setter, wood crafter, stone crafter, bone. Okay, so he can make things. Let's have a look. So I only have the one miner. So a stoneworker do. So a graver, a mason, a mechanic, and a building designer. Well, I won't be needing to do much mining. I've already got enough holes dug in the ground for the moment, so it's mostly going to be picking up stuff and making sure I actually have some defences. What I'm reasonably likely to want to do is just retreat into the mountain, because I should have enough farms. Does anyone do farming amongst my new crew? Better go see. Fish cleaner. Alright, let's go preferences. P and then L for labour. Farming related, what do? You do butchering, tanning, but not farming fields. Okay. Oops. Right, let's go. So we've got our fisher dwarf. What do? You don't do farming. Jeweler didn't, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I looked at him. No, you don't do any farming. So I'm going to want to get farming up and running pretty quickly, because that's going to be important, because that's actually probably going to we're going to be getting most of our food. So I might pick someone and make them a farmer. I do have 2 woodcutters, so there's that. And I have a sneaking suspicion, given that he's picking up equipment, which is an axe. He isn't, so, or he or she, that could be a lady, either could be ladies. You do farming related. What do you do that's farming related? You do farming fields. Okay, oh, I like you. You do farming fields. Fine, fine, fine. That's acceptable. Okay, right. Things to do before I hit unpause. Let's go find my farms. Do I have to reclaim the farm, or do I just get it? Looks like I can just make it work. So, farming. I hit A for what am I going to plant in spring? Well, I'm going to plant plump helmets. That's what I'm going to plant, because that's what you always plant. B, in the summer. Hey, how about some plump helmets? C, autumn. Plump helmets. D, winter. Plump helmets. Oh yes. Now I'm going for this bottom farm plot. I think that's going to be when I'm going to do slightly different things. I'm going for plump helmets for spring. And then I think A, B. See, I can plant pigtails in summer and autumn. I'm going to want pigtails for cloth. Oh no, the farm plot is a bit claim. I'm going to claim the farm plots. I need to claim this one. I'm going to claim the actual plump helmet items. Okay, so I think that should be okay. And the next thing to do is to start declaring some stockpiles. Largely I want to claim the stuff that's already there. I'm also going to want to grab as much of this limonite as possible, because that's my iron. And getting a metal working economy going is going to be really cool. So, what else have we got? We've got a carpenter's workshop. Now, I'm going to hit I think it's the T key, which is view items in building. So in order to reclaim a workshop, I need to claim everything that's in it. Specifically, I think I need to claim this top thing, the chert. The chert is what this is actually made of. So, and this is the carpenter's workshop, so this is what the carpenter was working on, and thus had sitting in his carpenter's workshop. Actually, yeah, I'll going to claim all of these things, so they'll actually use them. Wow, I should have made a furniture store or something. So that's that. Mason's workshop obviously needed all of those. I was making coffers. Coffers are chests. And Gavro. And the mechanics workshop. Also forbidden, but now not forbidden. And I made lots of mechanisms, because mechanisms are awesome. Now I'm going to hit the P key for stockpiles, and these are going to be stone stockpiles. So S for stone, hit enter to declare one corner, hit enter to declare the other corner. This is now a stockpile. You can't see anything because the rocks are already there. Now, I happen to remember this stockpile. So I've escaped out of the num and got the Q key. That's going to allow me to change settings in this stockpile. So I'm going to go to stone, and I'm going to forbid metal ores and economic stones. Because I just want ordinary rocks in here. I also want to claim all those stones. But before I do that, I'll make the other stone stockpile here. So enter, enter, Q for settings for buildings and things, S to change the settings, arrow keys, and then forbid metal ores and forbid economic. You know, I should have just made, you know, this whole pile. I should have just made that one big stone stockpile, because I'm just going to do the exact same thing again. P, S, enter, enter. You can actually see some of those equal signs appeared because there was actually room there. And I'll just do enter, and then enter again. Q, S, and I'm going to forbid metal ores and forbid with F, metal ores and economic. And I'm just going to do the same to this one here. Now, if I remember correctly, D to make, what is it, D designations. I want designate. I'm pretty sure I can kind of, I think I can claim things through the designation menu. Or can I not? I thought I could. Let's see, D, B, oh, what's B? D, The wiki is telling me, alright, set building item properties. Okay, so D, and then B, so it's going to be C, so I want to reclaim items and buildings. So I've hit C, so if I hit enter, and then enter, I've now reclaimed everything that's in there. Sweet. I'm going to make another stockpile. This is going to be a wood stockpile, so that's W. I'm just going to make this one big stockpile. And that'll be that. Now, because I want to move all this nonsense indoors, I'm going to want to make some more stockpiles upstairs. So, better make sure that that door's gets possible. This door here that I just looked at, if you follow the little X, you actually use that to wall in the crazy mechanic who claimed this workshop and then couldn't find any cloth and then went mad. Then I unlocked him in because I thought, what the hell? At that point he was like the only one left, so I thought I'd like try and get him killed, but he ended up not getting killed by the time we'd finished, so that's alright. Anyway, I'm going to make some more things. I do 5x5 rooms, and I probably shouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because 5x5 is actually a bit of a weird. As far as the game is concerned, it's not very useful because workshops are 3x3, so maybe I could do with like 6x6 or something like that. Don't matter. So I'm going to designate a new set of stockpiles. This is going to be my furnace. Well, this is going to be my metal smelter, where I'm going to convert all my limonite into iron bars. And there's going to be stockpiles for iron bars and stockpiles for limonite in here. What else do I need? What else do I need? Because I've got this stuff outside. I want to get rid of these outdoor workshops and things. So I've got a jeweler's workshop. Yeah, I've got a jeweler's workshop because I actually had a jeweler go crazy and wander about, and I realised that I might need a jeweler's workshop to give him something to do. Mason's workshop, carpenter's workshop, carpenter's workshop, 2 carpenter's workshops. There we go, wood furnace for making charcoal, smelter, and a metalsmith's forge, so I'm going to want those. I'm going to designate them, but not connect them. So these, I'm marking out where these rooms are going to go, but I'm not connecting it to the corridor. So my mine is not going to be able to get in to do that mining. Because my bad habit, apart from completely forgetting that you can get invaded, my bad habit is designating lots of things, and then it takes forever for the miner to mine them, just forever. So I think I'm going to need charcoal, so I'm going to need a wood burner at the very least. So many things. So let's call that your wood burner. That's, once I've got that sorted, that's going to be wood and charcoal. That's going to be the smelter, so that's going to be limonite and metal bars, and that's going to be the actual metalsmith's forge. I've got some, I think these are cloth. What have we got here? Oh, that's my still. And, oh, that's a big empty room. This is my original tiny farm plot. While I'm here, D, B, C. Just gonna claim those plump helmets because I might need them. Yeah, this is the clothier shop and the loom, which I never actually got working because I think I managed to somehow managed to destroy my pigtails before I could make any cloth out of them. Which reminds me, let's go to the Z key. Let's get back at that. Z for stocks, kitchen. Yeah, pigtail seeds can't. I'm just making. What I'm trying to make sure is that I can't accidentally brew things that I don't want to brew, or cook things I don't want to cook. Because I've got 5 pigtail seeds, and in theory you can make meals out of them, but then obviously I can't plant them, so I've got to make sure that I don't accidentally set these things to be cooked or brewed. So I can brew plump helmets. That's good. I've got a fair amount of dwarven ale and dwarven wine. The question marks are because I don't have a proper manager, or specifically someone who will count all these things. I'm going to set that up in a second. Rock nuts, sweet pot seeds, so I can do things. Mountain goat tripe I can use to cook meals. I can't eat it directly, but I can cook meals. I've got some plump helmets, that's fine. I'm getting some more. Okay. Right. Who knows what is going to happen when I actually hit unpause, eh? While I'm here, this is the wagon. So I'm going to hit X to remove it. So that's going to get removed. Now I'm going to hit space and I'm going to unpause and we're going to see what happens. Right, I have a nasty feeling. Right, I'm getting a lot of errors here. Oops, oh, that's what I wanted. Can't find path, can't find path. For some reason, they're not seeing this bit of the dungeon. Right, let's... Alright, let's make these into bedrooms. Because that's what these originally were. These were the original bedrooms for the original 7. So... I know what I'm going to do, which might help. I am going to make a stockpile, P, refuse, and just enter and then enter. So that's now a stockpile. And what I'm now going to do is Z menu, stocks, and I'm going to see if I can find like all the corpses and the... I've got some cloth, sweet. Stones, rough gems, bars. So many things, you know, it's actually slightly irritating that it's in no order, so you just kind of have to go through them all and desperately hope you can find the thing you wanted. But the idea is to unforbid as many of the things that will go rotten and cause me problems. Ah, corpses. One corpse, okay, lovely. Remains none. That's interesting. Allegedly there's a corpse, but I can't view it. Okay. Right. So, one of the things I want to do is kind of get these guys down here, and I'm going to claim that. See, that's a corpse. I'm going to claim that with the desperate hope that what that will do is get them to come down and grab it, and thus see all the stuff that's in here, and thus will help with the pathing issues. That's my thinking. Is that a bedroom now? Bedroom. We'll see how well that goes, I guess. The other option is to, like, ooh, an iron pick. I'll just unforbid that. Socks. Door is sitting there. I'll unforbid a few things to see if I can get them to grab them and then use them. Right. Upsy daisies. Let's unpause. So there's my miner mining away. Let's make another outdoor. Wow, that's just mad. Okay, let's make another outdoor stockpile. I don't want to do too many outdoor stockpiles. And this is going to be... I should have set this beforehand. So this is actually now an animal stockpile, which is not what I want. But if I change the settings, I can completely change what it is. This is going to be... armor, because armor includes clothes. Enable. So I'm just going to do that. And again, I'm going to use this as an excuse to make the dwarves come down here and hopefully see stuff. Right, so I've now reclaimed all the things down here, which hopefully some of them should be... I may have to turn off farming for a second. I'm just getting a million messages. Hell's bells. Right. We done? We done with that now? Okay. So yeah, we've got some confused dwarves who don't quite know what to do with themselves because they can't harvest the plants. Because they don't know how to get to them. Now the problem is, there might be a bug. That means, because I can actually designate that as being mineable. That may or may not work. So I'm just going to cut off that so that our miner is going to want to go downstairs and oh, I'm just going to have to turn off farming. Ugh, what a pain. Right, I don't know. God, I don't know what to do. Right, let's make a food stockpile. Right, that did something. I'm not quite sure what it did, but it did something. Okay, so they can now do that. They can now grab plump helmets. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh! That worked. Or something worked. I don't know whether it was the mining or what. So I'm just going to select that to be mined. Because if I can get that little tiny bit of corridor, then my whole dungeon is open and available. And it's all brilliant. I think the problem is that they know about the plump helmets that are there, but they don't know how to get to them because bits of the dungeon just don't exist, or don't exist as far as they're concerned. That's interesting. Right, let's get our miner, and I'm going to turn off... Oh, he hasn't got any farming related things. He's just hauling. Right, okay. Tum 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 tum. What would be good? DCB. I'm going to unforbid everything here. There's probably some corpses I'm going to need to deal with at some point. See, this is the standard lovely dining room. You know, lovely. Look at that. Lots of engravings. Stuff like that. So I'm going to need to get them down here somewhere so that they see these bits here, and thus hopefully that will just open up. How am I going to do this? tell you what, I'm going to mine out this limonite, which I want to do anyway, because it's iron ore, not iron ore. That should get Mr. Miner down there, and hopefully, by putting his eyes on the corridor, get through. Right, let's go to him and then turn off hauling for him so he doesn't haul things. Really want him only doing mining. How can I follow? So I'm now following him. He's grabbing what looks to be a food barrel, and he's going to chuck it in the stockpile, and hopefully he's then going to go off and do something else. Why are you trying to harvest plants? You don't harvest plants, you damn annoying thing, you. Okay, maybe that's in other jobs or something. No, you shouldn't be trying to... You shouldn't be trying to harvest plants. Surely. So all you do is mining. Why are you trying to harvest plants? How can I tell you to not harvest plants? This is very annoying. Architecture, archery, cleaning, meter operation. Unless that's cleaning. There we go, let's try that. So everyone's trying to harvest plants, even though they can't. Right, so let's forbid these plants then. So hopefully everyone should then calm down and not get... There we go! So I can... Where are we? He's supposed to be digging, but he's just sitting there. Right, let's get rid of that designation then. So he should be able to find... There we go, right! Oy! That was harder than I feel it needed to be. Yes! And that should now fix that issue. So I should now be able to reclaim those. Food. I'm going to make a food stockpile up here. This is actually going to be a seed stockpile. So what I'm going to do is Shift E to get rid of, so it's not going to store any barrels, because things in barrels, seeds in barrels cause problems somehow, I'm not quite sure why. And although I'm just going to forbid, block everything, B for block everything, I'm just going to permit, excuse me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have only plump helmets and pigtails, which means finding plump helmets and pigtails in this enormous list of seeds that is not in any way sorted. Plump helmet spawn, poink, and pig helmet seeds. So everything else is just going to be left. That's a refuse pile, which is all stinky because it's got things in it. That's my graveyard, which I think I shall claim. I'll just claim the coffins for now. To me to be someone going and harvesting. Oh, something's rotten in the state of my farm. Should make... I'm going to make this into a food stockpile so that the plump helmets can go there. These weird kind of symbols here, those are actually tree roots, it turns out. So above here there's trees with tree roots. This purple stuff here is miasma. Something's rotten, but I don't know what. Oh, all this stuff basically. Unfortunately, miasma makes dwarves unhappy, so I'd like to get rid of it, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. I have what I'll do is I'll claim all the stuff here. That'll include that barrel, and hopefully all the rotten stuff will be removed to the refuse stockpile, which I'm going to have a look at right now. In fact, it's got a few things in it. Build W. Oh. I want a wood burner. What's a wood burner? I think it's a type of furnace, which is E. Wood furnace W. So there you go. Use some chert for that. That's going to allow me to burn wood for charcoal. I'm going to make a bar block stockpile in the rest of that 5x5 room, and that's going to be more miasma. Great. That's going to be where charcoal ends up. So I'm just going to turn off everything else. Turn off metal. I think charcoal counts as coal. Gypsum, earthenware, stoneware, porcelain, ash, tin, sandstone, siltstone, mudstone, shower, claystone, rock salt, limestone, conglomerate, dolerite, chert, chalk. Okay. Okay, let's hope that works. Claim a few more things. I think something rotten is here, so if I claim it, hopefully it'll get moved. So all these rotten fish have moved to the outside refuse portal, and that should stop them rotting. Or at least, if it won't stop them rotting, it'll stop them giving off miasma, which is what is annoying everybody. So largely I now have to sit here and watch them haul things. Hell's balls. A ghost is haunting the fortress. That's probably bad. Which means I need to create slabs. Alright, what have I got? I've got a mason's workshop. Add new task. Can I make slabs? I can make a slab. Let's make 10 slabs. Let's do that in a way that actually works this time. Oh, there. Add slab. Add Alt S. Add Alt S. A Alt S. A Alt S. Basically, a ghost has risen from the grave. This can cause problems. Whoops. I keep hitting escape too many times. Largely, the possibilities are that it's just going to make my dwarves unhappy because I keep seeing a ghost. But some ghosts are actually very violent and are mean and cruel. And that's going to cause problems. What are these percent signs? Rotten plump helmet biscuits. They're actually made meals. That's a shame. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of hauling in this particular dungeon. I should probably dump a lot of stuff. Like, I should probably designate all the rotten stuff to be dumped. Well, I've just gone down to my meeting room. I suddenly realised they don't have anywhere to just hang out, so they'll hang out by default at the wagon, which I actually don't want them to do. So I'm creating this. I think I was just about to do the right. These are tables which I set up, so I can make that into a dining room, and they will hang out in the dining room for preference. And that is going to be a good thing because my dining room is very nice and very pretty, and they will get happy thoughts sitting there. I'm going to grab this place here, make this into a study. That means I can make myself a manager. So here are all my idle dwarves. Just grabbing, having a quick sit down. Going to have to decide what I'm going to do about this mess here at some point. Let's do some digging. Let's dig out this bit so I can make a food stockpile so that hungry dwarves can just grab some food next to the kitchen, next to the dining room, and just get there immediately. Yeah, see, these guys have all just grabbed plump helmets and are now having din-dins. Sweet! Let's claim more things. Stocks. I want to see if I've got any bags anywhere that I can claim. Maybe I can't see them here actually. Boxes, bins, and bags. Okay, so I can't claim them that way, which would have been handy. As you can see, they've left behind seeds from eating the plump helmets. Hopefully at some point someone's going to put them down here next to the farm. Yep, okay, he's grabbed a bag. The dwarves have a bit of a habit of, if they instead of putting things in containers, as in grabbing the thing and taking the thing to the container, they'll take the container to the object instead, which is a really bizarre way of doing it. Okay, so I can make a food stockpile down here. And what I particularly want to do is make it so that this is mostly just prepared food. So, like, I forbid unprepared fish. Just keep drinks, no seeds, fat paste. So really, I only want things that they can immediately eat down here. And the food stockpile I created up here, I kind of want to do the opposite. Definitely don't want prepared food here. Don't want drinks or cheeses that they can just eat. I'm not sure I want to turn off seeds just yet. But what I will do, I'll go down here, find my farms again. I've lost myself, there we go. And make this food stockpile. Because this only takes certain seeds. I will make this take from a stockpile. If I can find that food stockpile again. So it's now going. This will now take from the seed stockpile, and so all the plump helmet and pigtail seeds will end up down here next to these big farms. Another food stockpile here, which will just be for plump helmets. So block all plants, plump helmets and pigtails actually. Oh, there's so many plants. You really want to be able to. The one thing I don't that really gets me about Dwarf Fortress is the user interface. The way it's very inconsistent. Things aren't sorted. You have no way of quickly getting to particular menus or particular items. And you end up with these because more and more detail gets added. But that just means you've got more things to scroll through, and they aren't in any reasonable order. So it can be a bit difficult to really work out what to do. What I'm just doing now is I'm marking coffins so that they can be used for burial. Some of them already have resting places, so, or they already have people in them. So originally they all had people in them, so don't know why so many don't. So that should allow people to pick up dead bodies and chuck them places. And thus tidy up some of these bodies. Because they're all just all over the place. And the dwarves get a bit depressed if they see dead bodies. So you can understand why. A lot of hauling to do. So much hauling to do. That's interesting. Wonder why the limonite has ended up there. these are all the dead people. Undead. So I want to. How do I make a slab? Is it a building? Just looking through all the types of buildings you can build. Traction bench, archery target, cage, restraint. Doop 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 doop. Slab. Where should we put the slab? Put slab here. See, the next, I think when it comes to ghosts, you either want to bury their body, if their body is buriable, or you want to make a memorial slab. So I've set a memorial slab to be made. So, oh, okay. To the wiki! I'm going to look it up in the wiki, because I don't know what on earth to do about that. Slab. Slabs are a building which serves an alternate to a coffin. In order to dedicate, must be carved in a memorial at a crafts dwarf's by an engraver. Right! That's very different. Oh, and that's the end of my first season. Spring has arrived. Sweet. But I thought spring had already arrived. Well, okay, so that was winter. Spring's arrived, and so that's going to be the end of this particular session. I'm just going to wait for it to save, and then I'll quit. Right, so we've saved. Save game. Save it all. So I've got a lot to do. I have got a lot to do. I've just put down a slab, which doesn't help anybody. Yeah, so that was good. What I've got to do is I've got to lay that ghost down. I've got to do more cleaning. I've got to claim more workshops, make some new workshops, try and move everything indoors, so that I can shut out the world and not have to worry about invasions anymore. Quite a lot to do still, and it's not helped by the fact that I tend to do things in all sorts of crazy orders. Yep, and so that's me for this session. I'll be back soon, and we'll see how I get on. Sounds good to me, eh? Feel free to subscribe to the Nearly Enough Dice YouTube channel, and you can also find us at nearlyenoughdice.com. This has been Mike from Nearly Enough Dice, and I'll see you next time.